Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is the 3rd of April. Happy Sunday, everybody. I keep looking over at my calendar. I have to change the gosh darn calendar because it's still on March. I need to change it. So I'm just coming to you guys with a very, very quick little update right now. I don't have much to share with you. It's been a day. I have literally been filming, I feel like, all day. I did a recording this morning for another secret vlog that I'm doing that you guys should hopefully see in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then I recorded with Aaron for the Categorically Romance podcast. Then my husband and I went grocery shopping. Then I came home from that, had some lunch. And then I filmed my Amish in April announcement, which you guys will have already seen. And then I also filmed my March wrap-up, which you guys will have already seen. And now here we are starting off the vlog. So at this point, you guys, it is almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I am done. I am ready to relax for the rest of my Sunday, do some reading. So I just want to get this filmed to say hello to you guys. Start off the vlog. My makeup's done, so I thought, why not? And share with you guys the 3 books that I'm currently reading. Yes, I cut it down to 3. I'm actually technically reading 4 because one of the ones is for that secret vlog, but I can't show you that. So you guys will see that later on. I was, just a side note for those of you who watched last week's vlog, I am still going to be reading The Exiles. I had started that book, but I've decided to listen to it on audio because I think it might be a little bit easier to get through because it seems a little dense in terms of the history and stuff like that. And audio is probably going to be the way to go for that one for me. So that one's put aside right now because I can only listen to one audiobook at a time. So I will get to that as soon as I'm done the audiobook I'm currently listening to. But what I am currently reading, my throwback book right now, is Heart of Danger by Carolyn Keene. This is the Nancy Drew Files, case number 11. This one is Nancy is on the trail of a kidnapper deep in the heart of Texas. That's literally what it says, you guys. I didn't make that up. So, yeah, there's a guy who owns a ranch and he's very wealthy. And many, many years ago, his daughter went missing. His wife and child, like his child was like 2 years old or something like that. They were heading back to Mexico and there was a plane crash in the mountains. The wife was killed and the daughter's been missing. Now he's getting like a ransom note saying that the daughter's alive and they've got her. Within the first chapter, I think I figured it out. But I'm still reading it because it's still good. So I'm not quite halfway through at this point, but I hope to finish this one in the next few days. So I will keep you guys updated on my progress on that one. The other book that I'm currently reading, this is the one that you guys picked for me in my Friday video, Pick What I Read This Weekend, which I'm going to continue doing because a lot of you really seem to like that. So thank you so much. And that was The Cafe at Marigold Marina by Tilly Tennant. This is from NetGalley. It comes out on the 8th of April. So the 5th is on Tuesday, 5, 6, 7, Friday? Is that right? I don't know. It's a UK publication, so I don't know. I know in North America, publication dates are typically on Tuesdays. I don't know what they are for the UK. So it could be the 6th or the 8th. I don't remember. Anyway, it comes out soon. It comes out at the beginning of the month. But this is about a woman by the name of Rosie, her and her husband, Fergus, moved to this very dilapidated cafe with an apartment above it, or a flat, if you will, because it does take place in the UK. And they want to have a go at running this restaurant or this cafe, and it's more her husband. It's like 90% her husband, 10% her. She's just going along with it because she loves him, and this is his dream, and yada yada yada. So it's somewhere, wherever this is located. It's near Stratford-upon-Avon in the UK. I know we have a Stratford here in Ontario as well, but clearly not the same place. But anyway, her husband then dies. So when the book starts, her husband has already passed. And she's still dealing with, the aftermath of his death, as well as the running of this cafe and fixing up this flat and all these things. And her parents are like, well, maybe you should come home because this was not your dream. This was his. Perhaps sell the business and what have you. And she doesn't want to. So because she's like, I have to do this for Fergus. I have to do this for him. So this book is about second chances, but this is typical Tilly Tennant. I'm a huge fan. This is going to be available on audio. I did do the debate on whether or not to actually listen to this one on audio, but I decided I have the ebook copy. Let's read it. But I just love books that are narrated with a British accent. So I'm still debating at this point. But I'm probably just going to end up reading it at this point because I'm already 10% of the way through it. So I might as well just continue on ebook on my Kindle. And then the book I'm listening to on audio, I do have a physical copy of, which I am kicking myself for because I knew I had this book from NetGalley. And the book is Not the Witch You Read by April Asher. So I knew I had this book from NetGalley. And I assumed that I had it as a digital edition. And I was looking for it to see whether or not I could still download it to my Kindle, because then I thought, well, maybe while I'm working on, going into the office, when I have a couple breaks, I can take some time and do some reading on it instead of bringing this with me, carrying around the trade paperback. And I looked on NetGalley, and I do have it from NetGalley, but it's on audio. I have the audio copy, you guys. I was so mad. I'm like, if I had known, I wouldn't have bought this edition. I'm not really necessarily a paranormal reader, and this is definitely a paranormal romance, so now I am listening to it on audio because I have the audio copy from NetGalley. And with the audio copy, I feel you're not only reviewing the book, you're reviewing the narrator as well, and how the audio copy itself is. So I want to give it the credit that it's due. So that's why I'm listening to it on audio. And I'm actually honestly finding it a bit easier to get through because I am not a paranormal reader. I was talking about this yesterday, and I mentioned this in my last vlog as well, that the ladies that I was in a live show with yesterday were making the comment that, like, with paranormal, there's different magical systems and different worlds and different whatever, and every author's a little bit different. And you've got to try and figure out how those worlds work for this one author. And I think the more paranormal you read, the easier that becomes. But as someone who doesn't read very much of it, it's a little bit more difficult for me. But for some reason on audio, it's easier. Maybe because I shouldn't say the word struggling, but like some of like the wording, like a succubus, I know what the word is, and I'm looking at it going, okay, yeah. And then I'd stop and think what that is, but listening to it on audio, it would have just been, oh, okay, that's what it is. Does that make any kind of sense? I don't know. Anyway, the plot of this story is about our main character, Violet, and she is a witch. She is, but she has no powers, really. She's the dud. She's one of a triplet, and she's kind of the dud. She's the one sister who doesn't have any magical powers. But something is happening, and she kind of needs to fake engage to a wolf shifter. So, like this alpha kind of guy. They've known each other since they were kids. So this is very much a fake relationship, also a childhood friends to lovers, but also an enemies to lovers. So yeah, it's really, really cute. So I'll just read this. I'm having a hard time explaining it, guys, so I do apologize. So it says, Magicless witch Violet Maxwell wants nothing to do with alpha wolf shifter Lincoln Thorne, the man who broke her fragile teenage heart. But when the two of them are forced by arcane supernatural laws to find mates, Violet and Lincoln agree to fake date their way to a fake mating in order to conjure themselves some time. And that's all I'm going to read. So yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I am this far into it. I was listening to a bit of it yesterday. I hope to get a bit more of it read today. But I am really enjoying the audio. The narration on it is fantastic. I can say that. So anyway, guys, that's it. Like I said, just opening this vlog, saying hello to you guys. I'm going to edit. I think I'm going to sit here and do some editing on those 2 videos I just filmed, so that way I don't have to worry about it during the work week, and do some reading and all that other good stuff. Enjoy my my root beer that I've been drinking. And yeah, that's it, you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hi, friends. Happy Tuesday. So I apologize for not getting a video yesterday. Yesterday was the most Monday of Mondays that I've had in a while. It was a Mondayest Monday. I think you all know what I'm talking about. It was one of those days where I was so busy that I barely had 2 minutes to breathe, it felt like. But then at the end of the day, I felt like I got nothing accomplished. So one of those days, it was one of those days, like I messaged my friend Rainy over at Rainy Day Reads, and I said, you know you've had a bad day at work when you're looking forward to going to the hospital for an appointment the next day, just because you get the day off of work. So yes, so I'm in my car. It is just after lunch, and I'm on my way downtown to the hospital for an appointment. It's just a clinic visit, no testing or anything like that. Let's hope. I don't know. Who knows when I get there what they might decide to do. So yeah, that is that. I just wanted to do a very quick check-in right now to let you guys know what's going on. I will pop in later on because, like I said, I'm off work for the day. So as soon as I get home, I'm going to relax and enjoy, get some more reading done. And I will give you guys a more proper update then. But I just wanted to say hi, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Hi friends, happy Thursday. Today is the 7th. It is the 7th of April. Happy opening day for any baseball fans out there. I am wearing one of my Boston Red Sox t-shirts to celebrate, commemorate the day. Will I be watching the game today? I think so. I don't know what time it's on. I have to check that. But yay for opening day. We were, of course, delayed because of the strike. For those of you who follow sports ball, or who don't follow sports ball, I should say. Yeah, today is opening day for Major League Baseball, so I'm very, very happy about that. But I have not updated you guys in a few days. I think the last time I talked to you very briefly was Tuesday morning. I did get some clips driving into the city for my doctor's appointment. I hope that those show up okay. I'm not too sure. And don't worry, I was being very, very safe while I was doing that, so no panic there. Doctor's appointment went fine. Nothing to report. I show up at the hospital, and I knew it was just a clinic visit. Like, I was just literally going in to talk to her. And that was going to be it. Like, I was going to have no tests done. So the nurse brings me into the room, and she's like, okay, put on the gown and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not staying. You can't make me stay. Because they even put the ID thing around my wrist. And I just thought, what is this? But anyway, they came in, one of the nurses came in, she did a quick ECG electrocardiogram, and then she left, and then I got to get dressed, and then the doctor came, and we just had a nice little chat for like 20, 30 minutes, and just kind of went over a bunch of things, what my condition is, because a lot of this stuff I don't know because I was so young when I had all my procedures done. Just kind of explained how my heart works and things like that. And it was very, very informative. It was also a difficult discussion at some points because we talked about some other things like that could potentially come up down the line. But I'm not dwelling on those because it hasn't happened. It's not going to happen tomorrow or the next day or potentially even 5 or 10 years from now. So let's just live life and enjoy it. That's the way I'm trying to look at it. Positive attitude, right, guys? And it's not dire straits either. Like, that's the one good thing that came out of this, is that it wasn't all doom and gloom. Like, there are, like, as she explained to me, everything she was telling me is based off of today's medicine. 5 years or 10 years from now, a lot of things could change, right? So you got to keep a positive attitude. I think that, I know it's not easy. It's easy to say, but that's just my personality. So I am fortunate in that aspect. So anyway, that was that. Yesterday, of course, I was back at work, and as those of you who know who work in an office or any kind of work at all, If you take one day off, you pay for it the next day. And yesterday was a horror show. It was just, I was double booked for appointments. It was like I'd finish an appointment and then they'd be booking me something else, like literally the second I'd hang up the phone. I had all this admin stuff that I did not get to yesterday that I'm going to actually try and log in a bit early today. I am working from home and try and get some of that stuff done so I can get caught up a little bit. So my Friday can be a little bit more chill. I am going into the office tomorrow, but that's fine. So yeah, that is all of that. So that's pretty much what's been going on. But I have finished 2 books in the last couple of days. So I wanted to share both of those with you. I'm going to talk about both of these, I should say. And then I'm going to talk about what I'm currently reading. And then I'm going to log off of this for right now. I will probably be back on tomorrow to talk to you guys as well. Now, Saturday, I'm very, very excited. A library that's local to me, not the library in my town, but a library that's local to me, is doing a book sale. It actually starts today. So it's today, Friday, and Saturday. I can't go today or tomorrow because of the hours at work. Like, I think they're open until 6 or 7 at night, but unfortunately I work until 7 at night and they open at 9:30. So there would be like, I could have gone over like and been there at 9:30, but I don't want to rush. So if I go Saturday and there's not much, so be it. But I am going to go Saturday morning to this library book sale. I've never been to a library book sale before, you guys, and I'm super, super excited. So yes, I am looking forward to that a great deal. But I will try my best to take you guys along with me for that as well. But yeah, so let's get into the book reviews first of all. So the first book that I finished this one on Tuesday, because yesterday was Wednesday. I finished this one on Tuesday. So this is Heart of Danger by Carolyn Keene. It is the Nancy Drew Files, case number 11. So in this one, she heads off to Texas. I've talked about this one a little bit already. And she is investigating the kidnapping of this man's daughter. So this man, seems very well-to-do. And years and years ago, his wife was flying back to Mexico to visit her family with their 1 or 2-year-old daughter. And then there was a plane crash. The wife died and the daughter disappeared. So now these kidnappers have gotten in touch with him and they're looking for they're asking for a ransom, kind of an idea for the daughter. She's now, of course, a grown woman. She's like 17 or 18 years old. And they want her in exchange for I said to my husband, you could tell that this was written in the mid 80s because it was like the big amount of money was $500,000, which, I mean, I'm not going to sneeze at $500,000, believe me. But when you think about it now, in today's money. So I thought that was kind of funny. But I think I said this either in my last vlog or in this vlog. I knew what happened in chapter 1. I had a feeling exactly what was going on in chapter 1, and I was right, but it was still fun. It was still a really fun read. It didn't detract from the story or anything at all like that. I love reading these books. They are a lot of fun to me. So yeah, I think I gave this one 3.5 stars. So yeah, I did enjoy it. And then last night I was in a live show, live reading sprints, with Tiffany over at the Beach Bum Bookworm. She was hosting, and it was Storm from Storm Reads and Mr. Francie Reads. I will leave a link to all 3 of their channels in the description box below. They're delightful. So we did some reading sprints, and I finally finished Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. I did listen to this on audio. I am blanking now on the narrator's name. I will put it right here. Sorry. I gave this 4 stars. So you guys know I am not a paranormal romance reader, but this one very much reads like a paranormal rom-com. It's almost like this is a new subgenre of romance. Like last year we had The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling that I read that I really did enjoy as well, which also had that rom-com but with paranormal elements in it. And that I like. The books by Nalini Singh with the Shifter series that she does, not that I've read them, so I really can't say anything. They seem to be a little bit more heavy in terms of the paranormal aspect, whereas this is almost paranormal light, for lack of a better terminology. I mean, in this book, you've got she's a witch and he's a shifter. He's a wolf shifter. Her name is Violet. His name is Lincoln. And he is the head of the North American pack of shifters. She is the eldest daughter of a witch triad. And she's supposed to be like the primo witch because she's the firstborn of the triad. She's got 2 she's a set of triplets, one of a set of triplets. So I think her 2 sisters are going to have their own books next, which I really hope so. But it's a second chance romance. And the 2 of them are kind of, through the magical community, being pushed into these arranged marriages, for lack of a better term. So they pretend to fake date to keep, everyone from bothering them, essentially. Like, that's the trope. So it's really cute, really funny. I really love the character of Violet. I thought she was an absolute delight. Link was a lot of fun as well. He was quite funny. There were some good funny scenes in this book. It does get a little spicy. There is a open door scene in this, but it's rather tame to anything else that I've read. So, I mean, go in at your own risk kind of an idea. You could very easily skip past it, and it's not going to ruin anything from the book. There is some swearing in here, though. Not that that bothers me, but I know that some people, that might be a thing that might turn them off of it. But at the end of the day, I really enjoyed it. My biggest issue now, saying this because I did get this as an audiobook from NetGalley to listen to and review, that I do feel like I need to touch on the audio very briefly. The narrator did a great job. I have to say, the narrator did a fabulous job. But this book, your typical length, this is not an exceptionally long book. It comes in at 234 pages. So, like, not even 250 or 335 pages. So not even 350 pages. The audiobook was over 12 hours long. So the narrator was very slow in the way that she talked. So I did speed it up. And I mean, I usually do speed up my audiobooks. But even sped up, I still felt it was a little long. But that was, and I'm not saying it's the fault of, because it's just the narrator. But keep that in mind. If it was a different narrator, I don't think it would be that length. So I do want to touch on that, like I said, mainly because I did get the audio version of it to listen to and review from NetGalley. So thank you very much to the audiobook publisher and to the author. I did really, really enjoy it at the end of the day, and I'm really glad that I read it. So yeah. So what am I currently reading, you guys? Let me just reach over here. So I am going back to, now that I finished that audiobook, I'm going back to listening to The Exiles by Christina Baker Klein. I do have this out from the library, both in physical format as well as audiobook to get it done. I want to finish this one. I am in a live show on the 12th. I will leave link to that, to the Facebook group and to the YouTube channel below. So on the 12th, I think it's at 7:30 at night, I'm going to be going live talking about this book with a couple of authors. So that's very, very exciting. I'm looking forward to it a lot. This is a historical fiction novel about some women who were exiled from England to Australia in the 1840s. Is it the 1840s when this starts? I did start this one already, but I'm not very, very far into it at this point. 1840, yeah. So it is the 1840s. So I will report back as I get some more of this read. I have only literally just started this one. So, and surprisingly, this book, which comes in at 360 pages, is only like 10 hours long on audio. So it goes to show you the narrator and how they speak and what a difference it can make in the length of an audiobook. So I just think that's interesting. It doesn't matter to me at the end of the day. I just think it's interesting. So I am going to be listening to that one. I'm also going to be listening to, so my next Babysitters Club book is Kristy and the Copycat by Ann M. Martin. Now, I put it on hold at the library, and my hold still isn't in. It's going to be another 4 weeks. And it's like, I think the library only has like one copy of each book on ebook. So I looked to see how much it would cost me to buy it. I think it was like $6 to buy the e-copy, like the Kindle edition. And then I looked and I'm like, oh, but I could buy the audiobook for like another $2. I thought, oh, let's just splurge. Let's treat ourselves. So I didn't use a credit for this, but I did buy it. I think it was like under $8 or something like that. So I got Kristy and the Copycat. I have not started it yet, so there it is. I am going to be listening to it on audio. I think it's fun because I have read and reread this series multiple times. That to now experience them in audiobook format is kind of fun. And this is being narrated by Brittany Presley. I do remember that because I have listened to her narrate stuff before. And she's a lot of fun. But not what I was picturing in terms of Kristy's voice. So we shall see how that goes. Oh, just to give you guys the update, because I'm on Audible, so I might as well look for you. The narrator of this book was Zura Johnson. Yeah, and it comes in at 12 hours and 15 minutes in the audiobook format. So that's the couple books I'm kind of playing around with on audio. And I am still reading in ebook because, like I said, I didn't get a lot of reading done at the library, at the doctor's office, because she was very quick in coming to talk to me, which was great. And then yesterday was like a write-off. All I did was able to get that one listened to on audio. I'm still reading The Cafe at Marigold Marina by Tilly Tennant. I'm about 50% of the way through this one. So this was my pick last week for Pick My Weekend Read. I'm hoping to finish this by this weekend. So we shall see. But I am going to film that video next for you guys to pick my read for this coming weekend. So even though I'm not done this one yet, I'm still going to do that because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, that's it for today's clip, you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Morning, friends. Happy Saturday. Very, very, very quick little clip right now. Hubs and I are heading out to a library book sale, so I'm hoping to get some video from there. So just for context, that's what's happening. I will talk to you guys when I get back. Bye. Hi guys, happy Saturday. So you will have seen a very quick little clip before this one of me saying that I was going to a library book sale, and I did, and I got some books. And then my husband and I stopped at Value Village on the way back from the library book sale because we passed it and I wanted to go in, and I may have bought a few more books. Plus I got some book mail the other day that I have not shown you guys yet. So lots of books to show you guys right now for a book haul. I was going to do a separate book haul video, but I thought this vlog hasn't been terribly interesting, so let's throw a book haul in here just for funsies. But first of all, before I get into that, I did finish a book yesterday, so I want to talk about that very quickly. And then I want to share with you what I'm currently reading, because this will probably be the last clip for this vlog. So yesterday, I finished reading Kristy and the Copycat by Anna Martin. Book, I believe it was 74 in the Babysitters Club series. And this one I gave 3.5 stars to. I really did enjoy this one, and it's interesting because I think I'm now at a point in the series where all of the books I've only read them the one time, and it was many years ago. So I didn't remember this one. I didn't remember what actually happens in this book. So the plot of this story is that Kristy decides to try out for the school softball team. She does coach a softball team for little kids, Kristy's Crushers, and she decides to try out for the softball team at school. And Karen, who is Kristy's little stepsister, the little girl, of course, in the picture, Karen had her own set of books, for those of you familiar with the series. And she very much wants to be grown up. So she is copying everything that Kristy and the other babysitters are doing, trying to act older, wanting to talk about makeup and magazines and boys and, all these things, right? So she's very much copying Kristy and everything that Kristy is doing. So anyway, Kristy ends up getting on the softball team, and there's a hazing. That these older girls on the team are like, oh, hey, to really be a part of the team, you've got to do this. And it's to spray paint this old sports shed on the school property. So spoiler alert, Kristy goes and does this. And then they find out, listening to the news the next day, that the actual shed burned to the ground. And a man who tried to put the fire out is in very serious condition in hospital. So the story kind of goes from there. Like Kristy, you've got Karen kind of mimicking Kristy, but she in her own head is like, I did something very wrong, and she doesn't know what to do. Like, she's actually in a way being threatened by the other girls on the baseball team or the softball team to not tell, because they'll, retaliate or something like that. And, Kristy, of course, feels guilty, and she hasn't even told her friends what happened in the Babysitters Club. So it was really good. I mean, in terms of, like, life lessons for a middle grader, if you will, like, because the Babysitters Club are 13 and 11 years old. So I do consider these very much to be a middle grade book. The life lesson in here was really good. And I am kind of very excited now that I am getting into these books in the series, that I'm not remembering the way I remembered the original 20 or 30 or 50 books that I've read multiple times. I've only read these ones the one time, and it was a long time ago. So it's really kind of fun to, it's, for one thing, it is nostalgic, of course, because it is the Babysitters Club, but on the other hand, it feels new to me. Does that make sense? So yeah, I really enjoyed that one very much. So what am I currently reading? I have a lot on the go, you guys, which is par for the course, right? It's par for the course. Sorry about that, you guys. So I wanted to share with you what book won for the Pick My Weekend Read video that I did on Friday. So I wanted to get out, because I do, like, what I do is when I do those videos, when votes start to come in, is that I have like a little Word document and I just start tallying stuff. And it was a little overwhelming, like the number of votes for this one book. So it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't started it yet, but I'm hoping to very soon. So this, like I said, this is probably going to be the last clip of the vlog. However, I'm hoping to finish another book today, but we shall see. If I do finish it today, it will not be part of this vlog. It'll be part of next week's vlog. So I apologize for that, but it is what it is. So, sorry, I'm just kind of getting myself just a little bit organized here, so I've got all the information down. So starting off with, what am I currently reading? So right now I am still listening to on audio The Exiles by Christina Baker Klein. I need to finish this one by Tuesday. So I am about halfway through it right now, and I am really enjoying it. It is very, very interesting on exactly what these transport ships were like going from England to Australia, and how hard it was on not only the prisoners, but even the people who worked aboard ship, like the physician and, the crew members and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it was a lot worse for the prisoners because they're prisoners. So they're not exactly living in the lap of luxury. This isn't a, 5-star Royal Caribbean cruise. Especially something like going across the equator. It was very, very difficult. They described how hot it was aboard ship, and there was no relief, and it sounded just horrific, absolutely horrific. Like, the journey itself would have been punishment enough in some of the cases of some of the people on this ship, like the one girl that our main character Evangeline has, now Evangeline herself, who's our main character, who, I don't think I've talked about this a whole lot, other than the fact that it's about these women who were accused of crimes in England and were set, their punishment, or their sentence, if you will, is for transport to Australia in the 1840s. And our main character, Evangeline, she is the daughter of a vicar. She's a governess. I mean, she was, in the eyes of London society, she was a rather upstanding citizen. But then she kind of started this relationship with the much older son of the stepson, I should actually say, of the woman who she worked for. And she was governess to the two younger children, but this was a guy who was her age. And she fell to his charms. I mean, she was a vicar's daughter. She was from a small village. She didn't know much in the ways of men and women and things like that. And she ended up getting pregnant, and he gave her his grandmother's ruby ring, and one of the other servants in the household saw it, and she was accused of theft, and then she got angry at the servant and pushed her down the stairs. So she was accused, so she's being sent for transport for theft and attempted murder. So, I mean, her charges are a little more serious, if you will, whether that's what she meant to do or not, like, as a character. But she meets another character on the ship named Hazel, who's a younger girl. She's, I think, 16 or 17 years old. And she was a pickpocket, which, I mean, you shouldn't steal. Stealing is wrong. But to be sentenced to transport for 7 years for stealing seems a little, Now, granted, I think it was her third offense or something like that. But, like I said, to me, the transport itself would be punishment enough, in a way. So, yeah, they're still, like I said, I'm not a little over halfway through this, and they're still on their way to Australia. There's also another character that we have met who is a native. She's an Aboriginal in Australia. She's a younger girl. I want to say like 8 to 12, I think. I don't know exactly how old she is. And she has been adopted, for lack of a better term, by the governor and his wife. She has a fancy for collecting these children, essentially. She does it on a whim, essentially. Oh, you're cute. You know, wouldn't you be a fun thing to have around? You know, essentially, in a way, it's another collector's piece for this woman. So this young girl has now gone and moved in with the governor and his wife to their opulent home, and she doesn't. I mean, the thing is that she was taken away from her family when she was very young, and she was trained, schooled, whatever you want to call it, to become white. I don't know how else to say it. You know what I mean? It was horrible. Like, she was, you know, taken away from her family, from her culture, from her personal beliefs, and, you know, Christianized, and even given a Christian name from her original Aboriginal name. And yeah, that part just makes me ill when I hear about that happening. And I know it's a historical thing that happened, and it just still makes me feel ill because it's just horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So we're following these three characters. Sorry, long explanation to say I am still really enjoying this. About halfway through. I need to get it done by Tuesday. I am also still reading The Cafe at Marigold Marina by Tilly Tennant. I've talked about this one a little bit. I actually now did grab a copy of it on audio because it came out on audio yesterday, and I was about halfway through it, and I'm now about 75% of the way through it, so my goal is to finish it today, hopefully. I'm fingers crossed. It is available on KU. It's on Kindle Unlimited. So when I grabbed it on Kindle Unlimited, like, I downloaded it, and then I went to Audible, and I was able to get the audiobook for much cheaper. So that's exactly what I did, because I couldn't find it for free, like from Hoopla or Scribed or anything like that. So that's what I did, and I am really enjoying listening to it because it is a very British book, and just getting the accent, and I love it. I'm absolutely loving it. So I am reading that. I'm listening to that one on audio, but I wanted to show you guys, of course, the cover of it. So because I finished the Babysitters Club book yesterday, I did go ahead and start my next Nancy Drew, and that is The Haunted Bridge by Carolyn Keene. So here is the cover. Sorry, it's really, really faded. This is, I think, the 15th book in the Nancy Drew Mystery Story series, I think it's called. So I'm one chapter into this. I started it, at dinner last night. So I will report back next week my thoughts on it because, I have the hiccups, because I will get it done. I am reading another book that, of course, I'm not going to share with you guys because that's for my super secret, not so super secret project from that I'm doing that you guys are going to see in a couple of weeks. It'll be out before the end of this month. And last night, I was part of a live show over on Storm Reed's channel. I am really enjoying them, and I'm actually doing one myself this afternoon on my own channel. It might become a more common theme. Let me know what you guys think. I know that there's a lot of other booktubers who do these live shows, and I don't want to step on anyone else's toes. I know, like, Tiffany over at the Beach Bum Bookworm, she usually does one every Saturday. So what I might do is I might start doing them, pushing them a bit later on Saturdays if anyone's interested. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little chatty and do some reading sprints and things like that. I just think it's fun. Today it's just going to be me, I think. But anyway, so the last few that I've been on with Storm, she's been talking about in her Discord group, she's doing a read of Gone with the Wind. Now, she's never read Gone with the Wind. I've read Gone with the Wind 5 or 6 times now. And I decided to join in because it's been a number of years since I've reread Gone with the Wind. So I started back up Gone with the Wind. I am not pushing to get this done anytime soon. I figure even if I can get, like, because I am doing it on audio, even though I have this gorgeous hardcover edition here that's kind of actually, this would be great for exercising, like, yeah. It's got to be 3 to 4 pounds. I actually opened it up to flip through it. My friend Mandy gave me this. And sadly, unfortunately, at the very back of the book was like a dead spider, like, in the book. I'm like, yeah, that'll do it. Anyway, we're all familiar, I'm sure, with Gone with the Wind. It is one of my favorite books of all time. I do get that it's problematic. I fully understand that. but I still love this book. I just think it is so epically written and so wonderful. So I'm not very far into it, only about 20 pages. But like I said, if I can get a half an hour read a day, if it takes me 2 or 3 months to finish it, so be it. You know, I kind of like the idea of having a longer tome on the go. And when I'm done this, I might restart Outlander. Or I might pick up a Michener book because I have a bunch of those on audio. So, you know, like these epic 30 to 50 hour long audiobooks, you know, kind of fun to have just on the side as you go along. So yeah, like I said, this is like 6th or 7th time that I've read Gone with the Wind. So yeah, I'm very excited. And thank you again to my friend Mandy who gifted me this copy of it because she's never read it. And I don't know if I shouldn't say she's never read it. But she didn't have any need for this edition. And because I'm such a big fan of it, she gifted this to me. So that I think is everything that I'm reading. So the one thing that I wanted to share with you guys was the results from, as I mentioned, I don't know, I had to restart this video, from the Pick My Weekend Read video that I did on Friday. So as the results came in, I started Google Doc and I just, you know, kind of update them as I go. And the results were interesting, you guys. Like last week's when I did it, they were like very close. I also picked the book later on Friday. For this one, I gave actually like 24 hours before I went ahead and, you know, decided that these are the final results. I wanted to give it 24 hours. So they're not going to come up. I'm having issues with this tablet. Oops, let's go back here. Sorry, let me try one more time, see if I can get this to open up for me, and I don't think so. So anyway, essentially, there were 3 books. So the book that came in 3rd place was Forever on the Bay by Lee Tobin McLean, which is, I think, the 6th book in the off-season series. I will eventually get to that one at some point. It came in 3rd place, so that wasn't the one. Coming in 2nd place was I Hate You More by Lucy Gilmore, which was great. I'm excited to get to that one as well. But the one that won, like, and I'm talking overwhelmingly, like, I think I don't have, I had it on my tablet, but it's not opening up the document for me. But I think, like, the Lee Tobin McLean book and the Lucy Gilmore both had like 7 or 8 votes each, but this one actually had like up to 20 votes. So this one won by the overwhelming majority. So once I'm finished reading The Tilly Tennant, I will be starting Pulp Friction by Julianne Lindsay. And sorry for the glare. And I am very, very excited about this. It's a cozy mystery. It's the 2nd in the Cider Shop mystery series. I am really excited to read it. So I will report back on this one and let you guys know my thoughts in my next vlog. So that is that. Let's get into the book haul. This is by far going to be the longest clip of this video. So on Thursday, I did get a lovely package in the mail from the always delightful Denise N. Wheatley. So it's later in the day and I've got the sun coming in through this window, so I'm sorry for any glare. So this is actually a bookmark. So it's got, right? And this is her first publication for Harlequin for the Intrigue line, Cold Case True Crime. And this is her newest one, The Heart-Shaped Murder. So it's pretty cool little bookmarks. I'm very excited to have that. Then she sent me some books. So she sent me a copy of Cold Case True Crime, which I have read and I have loved. It was fantastic, but I'm so, so, so happy to have a physical edition of this. Then she sent me her second book, Bayou Christmas Disappearance, which I have not read yet, and I am very excited to get to this one. I meant to get to this one at the holidays, but I'm hoping maybe I'll do it for Christmas in July. And then her newest one, which comes out in June, which I cannot wait to read. The Heart-Shaped Murders. This is part of the West Coast Crime Story series. Oh, she does these so well. If you guys are looking for great romantic suspense, please check out Denise Wheatley. Not only is she a great writer, but she's just a fabulous person in general. Like, honestly, I can say that. I have been so fortunate to get to know her personally. She's a delight, and she did sign all of the insides of them, which just makes them that much more special. So, and then she also sent me one of her books that were published under Thule, and this is Christmas in Full Bloom. Look at how gorgeous that is. So this is a contemporary. It's not a romantic suspense, but absolutely gorgeous. And there's our beautiful author right there. She's stunning, guys. Like, I am not kidding. Like, Follow her on Insta. She is absolutely stunning. Seriously. She signed that one for me as well. So I'm very, very happy to have those. So I don't know if you ever see this, Denise, but again, thank you so much. On to the book haul. So we'll start off with the one non-category book that I bought, because everything else is category romance. So the one that I bought here was Carolyn Brown's The Shop on Main Street. I have not read this book yet, but I am a huge fan of Carolyn Brown, and this cover is I just couldn't resist for $1. It is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I had to pick that one up. So sorry for the crinkling. Let me just kind of put these here so we're not getting crinkle as I go through. So they had flats. Do you know what I mean? Like when I say flats, like what you would put fruit in at the grocery store, like a flat of stuff. And they had like 3 of them filled with Harlequins. And I debated, guys. I debated on saying to them how much for all 3 and just dealing with them when I came home. And then I decided no, because it'd be a bit of a pain from where the car was parked and blah, blah, blah. And I had Garrett with me, but still. And I just thought, I don't need that. I wanted it. I didn't need it. So the Harlequin books were 50 cents a piece. So I got, including the Carolyn Brown book, I got 23 books. And it came to $12. $12, you guys, for, what did I say? 23 books. Not too shabby. So let's go through them all. So we've got The Cupid Chronicles by Ruth Jean Dale. This is number 687 in the Harlequin Super Romance line. I'm going to go through these relatively quickly. Sorry, you guys. We have Bridegroom on Her Doorstep by Renee Roselle. This is a Harlequin romance novel, number 3725 from November of 2002. So this is a 22-year-old or a 20-year-old book, you guys. And then I was looking for older ones or ones that just caught my eye. So we have The Secret Mother by Lee Wilkinson. This is number 1933 in the Harlequin Presents line. January 1998. Little different than the Presents novels we're familiar with now, right, guys? And then we have The Cowboy Hires a Wife by Jenna McKnight. This is a Harlequin American romance, number 605, November of 1995. How the old covers were on those ones. We have a Blaze novel. I can never say no to the Blaze. We have No Holding Back by Isabel Sharp. This is number 444 from January of 2009. Gorgeous. Love. And then we have a Love Inspired. This is His Secret Alaskan Heiress by Belle Calhoun. And these are not numbered on the side. Is it numbered on the inside? I can never remember how these go. No, it's not numbered on the inside. These are numbered. They're just not shown on the book themselves. But this is from September of 2017. So this is a little bit more recent. Look at that gorgeous cover. Oh, love. And then we've got another Harlequin Super Romance, After the Storm by Amy Knupp. This is number 1813 from November of 2012. Sorry, again, the light's kind of blowing out some of these covers. Another Harlequin Super Romance, Frankie's Back in Town by Janine London. And it says, and the Chief of Police is checking her out. So this is number 1616 from February of 2010. Love the cover on that one. A wintry cover, but not a Christmas cover. I kind of love that, right? Right. And then we have An Engagement for Two by Marie Farinella. This is a special edition novel. It's number 2601 from February of 2018. So there's that one. And then we have another special edition. Oh, another Marie Farinella as well. Who knew? I was just grabbing what looked good, you guys. Oh, there's a sticker on here. I'll deal with that later. We have Mac's Bedside Manner by Marie Farinella. Number 1492 from September of, is it 2012? 2002. 2002, another 20-year-old one. So you can see how the lines, slowly, how the covers change. There is a bit of a difference here. So you can see for sure how this used to be published by Silhouette. So these used to be the Silhouette Special Edition and then have now become the Harlequin Special Edition. So Just to show you guys that. Then we have One Husband Required by Sharon Kendrick. This is number 2023 from April of 99. It's another Presents novel. Again, much different than the Presents we're used to today. I'm running out of space here, guys. And then we have Do You Take This Daddy by Katie Meyer, another special edition. This is number 2477 from May of 2016. There's that one. I'll put this over here. An older temptation. It's got like the corner cut off. This is Dear John by Lynn Ellis. It says right on it, new author. And this is number 488 from, oh, good night. What does that say? Is that April of 2004? Oh my gosh, this is from the Paperback Exchange. Hold on one second. 1994, my bad. So the Paperback Exchange, the inside here, it says, I used to go there all the time. It was down the street from us, like 10 minutes down the road. And they did comics as well. And oh my God, they were amazing. I loved going there. My dad and my brother used to go all the time for comic books. And I would always go along and pick up Harlequins. I found a Love and Laughter, you guys. I was so excited. So we have Getting Lucky by Kimberly Ray. This is number 50 in the Love and Laughter line. And it came out August of 98. So Kimberly Ray, if you guys listen to the Categorically Romance podcast, me and Bree and Nicole from Who Picked This Book, we read 3 books by Kimberly Ray. They were cowboy vampires. This is a little bit different. This says Head Over Spurs. Looks really cute. So when Lucky Myers came across a gorgeous cowboy swimming in the buff, she didn't know what to do. Run or enjoy the show. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. So this was like their romantic comedy line, if you will. Sorry, guys. I'll try to make this a little bit faster. We have An Old Romance, Marriage Lost and Found by Trish Wiley. This is number 3882 from February of 06. Harlequin Romance. An Older Harlequin Presents, number 231. This is Riley's Woman by the great Janet Daly. So I don't know if this is a reprint or not. I think it might be. Does not give me a date on here, so my assumption is this is a reprint. Original hardcover edition published in 1977 by Mills and Boon Limited. Oh, no, this is the first edition. Harlequin Presents edition published April 1978. So that was 11 months before I was born. So that's exciting. I did not realize I got that one. Or I didn't realize it was that old, I should say. So I have One Reckless Night as well by Sarah Craven. This is her 50th book. I do like that they denote that. Number 1944 from March of 98. We have a Harlequin Intrigue. You guys know I can't go anywhere without getting an intrigue novel. Manhunt on Mystic Mesa by Cindy Myers. This is number 1728, August of 2017. Another Presents novel. Reckless Heart by Kate Proctor. This is number 1292 from August of 1990. That cover is gorgeous. Like, that is absolutely gorgeous. Like, the original cover art on these is just something else. A more recent one, I should say here, From Mistake to Millions by Andrea Lawrence. This is 2669 from June of 2019. And this is a Harlequin Desire novel, of course. Then we got a love-inspired suspense here. We have Cold Case Christmas by Jessica R. Patch. Again, these are not numbered on the side, but this is from December of 2018. I don't know if I have this one or not. A lot of these, I don't think I have them already, but whatever. For 50 cents, if I do have a duplicate, not a huge deal. The Bride Rode West by Christine Rolifson, another Harlequin Temptation, number 653 from October of 1997. So that's everything that I got at the Bookhaul, like at the library book sale. And then I stopped at Value Village and got another 15 books. Because I have a problem, and don't judge me, people. All in all, sorry, let me take these out and then I'll talk to you guys. So all in all, I got what did I say? 23 and 15. And I spent about $40. So that's not too shabby. I'm quite happy with that, actually. So let's go through these ones relatively quickly. So we got, these are all Harlequin, or all category, I should say. So we have Moonlight Magic by Doris Rangel. I love the cover on this one. It's number 1765, and it is from April of 05. And this is a silhouette romance. So when Silhouette merged with Harlequin, when the official merge took place and they actually changed, like I showed you guys a little bit ago, where the special edition went from Silhouette to being Harlequin, this line was dropped because Harlequin already had a romance line. And the thing is about these ones, these are delightful. If you can run across these in your local stores or in your local thrift stores or whatever, they're not that hard to come by, but I mean, there was a lot of them that were put out. But from what I've heard from a lot of people, these were a lot of people's firsts in terms of category. The reason is because that these are all sweet romances. They're all behind closed doors if there's anything at all that happens. And for a lot of like parents or whatever, like we've heard from a lot of authors whose mothers or aunts or grandmothers or whoever it was gave them these Harlequin or these silhouette romances as some of their first because of how chaste they were. So yeah, just some food for thought if you guys are curious. I got a whole bunch of Harlequin American romances, and I am so happy about that because the American romance line is one of my favorites, and it's gone now. So anytime I can find them, I do. We have Out of Town Bride by Carolyn. This is number 1093 from December of 05. Really cute. We have Downtown Debutante, also by Carolyn, number 1081 from September of 05. Another pretty cover. We have Bride of Dreams by Linda Randall Wisdom. This is number 865, and it is from March of 01. Return to Tyler is the series. This one, it's kind of a cute / cheesy cover all in one. This is The Triplets' First Thanksgiving by Gillian Thacker. This is number 1325, and I do not have a date on this one. What's the date on this one? 2010, but I don't know the month. My assumption would be maybe November, October, November, if it's Thanksgiving, probably American Thanksgiving. Kind of cute, kind of cheesy, whatever. I got it. This wouldn't even be that recent. So we have Safe by His Side by Linda Conrad. This is as it says here, a silhouette romantic suspense, which is now, of course, the Harlequin romantic suspense line. This is number 1553 from March of 09. So I think that this is a little bit more recent, but obviously it's not if it's from 09. It's funny how your perception changes. Oh, and this is part of... So in 2009, it was the 60th anniversary of Harlequin. So you will see these books, if you find them from that time period in your used bookstore, with these, like, it's not a sticker, it's like on the book. And every month they picked a different line that they like promoted for that entire month. But every book that was published that year has this little thing on the back saying, Harlequin's 60 years of pure reading pleasure. So yeah, so that's one of them. Then we have another silhouette romance, The Bride's Best Man by the great Judy Christenberry. She does some great work. She also wrote for the American Romance line. Really cute stuff. Adorable covers on those. We have an older Harlequin romance, or super romance. I'm almost done, you guys, I promise. The Australian Heiress by Margaret Way. This is number 762, and it is from November of 97. Now, I had a viewer ask me about authors who are based out of Australia and who write maybe Australian-based. Margaret Way is one of them. She's been writing for Harlequin for a long time. I don't think she does anymore, to be completely honest. You can hunt her stuff out, though, for sure, no problem. Amy Andrews is a little bit more recent. Allie Blake is Australian. I do want to do an entire video with authors from different countries, like Canadian authors who write for Harlequin, or, Australian authors that write for Harlequin, or UK authors, North American or US based, I should say. A little easier to come by generally, but I thought that would be kind of a fun video. So just wanted to point that out because I did have a viewer ask me that. We have another Harlequin intrigue, Rocky Mountain Fugitive by Anne Voss Peterson. This is number 1202, and it's from April of 2010. Another American romance, The Maverick by Jan Hudson. This is number 1306 from May of 2010 as well. We have Samantha's Cowboy by Maren Thomas. Number 1271 from August of 2009. It's kind of a nice cover, is it not? I like it. And then we have Ellie Cowgirl Bride by Trish Milburn. American Romance 1326 from October of 2010. Clearly someone had a collection and they brought them in to the Value Village. We have An Engagement of Convenience by Molly Murray, or Mole. This is number 1071 from June of 2005. So, you know, you can kind of start to see how it all changes. And this line, I don't think I mentioned it, but the American Romance line is what eventually became the Western Romance line for a brief period of time before the series ended. And then we've got an older, so this is an older Intimate Moments, it says, okay? So it is a Silhouette Intimate Moments. This is Feels Like Home by the great Maggie Shane. Now, where is it? There it is. This became, down the line, the Romantic Suspense line, and then it changed to the Harlequin Romantic Suspense line. So the Intimate Moments, Silhouette Intimate Moments to Silhouette Romantic Suspense to Harlequin Romantic Suspense. It's all the same oat bag, you guys. It's all the same. That's all the same line, which is funny because these ones back then, they may have had a slight mystery element to them, but they were really more contemporary. I mean, look at that cover. That's a holiday romance right there as far as you would be concerned. But the line is actually this, you know, this much more, you know, dangerous, you know, kind of romantic suspense type situation. And the very last one in this, sorry guys, I'm looking at the time, it's like 30 minutes. We have Dateline Washington by Patty Beckman. This is number 278 in the special edition line from December of 85. So there it is. So this line, and I showed you guys already, but just in case, there's a more recent one. So this became this. Same line. Just different covers. So yeah. So guys, that's it. That's it for this vlog. I thank you so much for hanging in here at the end. If you watched all the way to the end of this, give me a purple heart emoji. A purple heart emoji for this purple special edition. Yeah, give me a purple heart emoji in the comments. And that's all I've got, you guys. So I've got some fun videos coming up next week. Or this coming week. I've got a author spotlight video on a author who I really like, who does some Amish books, both on the more suspenseful side and also the more chaste romance side. So I'll be doing that. And then I've also got my Harlequin anticipated reads for May. So I haven't done one of those videos in a long time, and I know you guys really enjoy them. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of the Harlequin books coming out in May, so you can be on the lookout for those. Anyway, guys, that's it. Take care. Happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.